Howdy, mates. Good afternoon. How are we today? It marks Saturday, August 31st, 2024. It's hard to believe that we're now going to be entering into the ember months as it is. But welcome to the La Sal Mountains in Utah. Here we do have a few examples of the laccoliths that are found here. What I mean by the term laccolith is, at one point, these were igneous rocks that were underground, and then over the course of millions of years, uplift occurred, and some bits and pieces of erosion happened. And that's why we have a bit of this flaky rock right here. And this is most likely some form of granite, I believe. But if you look way out there in the distance, within that valley where you see a bit of that greenery, that's the city of Moab. And then just looking around at the red sandstone marks parts of Arches National Park. And then if you look further west, and maybe even a bit to the southwest, can't see it too well just because of some of the cloudiness, is Canyonlands National Park. So it's just absolutely phenomenal to have this type of view. And just the fact that the biome contrasts so much compared to 5,000 feet below. You're going to see more of that desert-like landscape, whereas up here, it's marked by a lot more coniferous forest or alpine. Some particular types of trees that you'll find up here may include, quaking aspen, for example, or even Engelmann spruce, Douglas fir. So a lot of the trees that are marked as being coniferous, except of the quaking aspen. That is indeed a deciduous tree. I'm going to save a separate film for that specific tree, because there's quite a bit to share on that one that is quite unique, as it were. And I forgot to mention, there is also ponderosa pine. And I remember when I was a young lad growing up, there used to be a restaurant chain called Ponderosa that I used to go with my family quite often, as far as I recall. But in particular, this is Mount Tut. It's a shorter name for a longer title. And just out there along the horizon is the Abajo Mountains. It's similar to this type. But this was about a 2-mile hike to get up here, but it was not for the faint of heart. It was strenuous. It was hard and exhausting, because right now we're probably about 12,000 feet above sea level, and I'm still adjusting to that type of elevation around me. And that is, I believe, Mount Was, if I'm not mistaken. That's actually the highest peak. So you figure if we're over 12,000 feet in height, we're over 2 miles above sea level. And it's definitely a lot chillier up here too. It's probably in the 60s. So when I was camping overnight up this way, I definitely had to layer up. for certain. Notice that there's quite a bit of house finches, along with some red-tailed hawks. Very characteristic of... Oh, hold on. Noticing... Oh, it already flew away. Oh, look at that rock right there. I think that's the western bluebird. I'll be darned. That is too cool. But yeah, just the fact that you just see that contrast between alpine and desert. It's just absolutely phenomenal. But definitely, if you're doing this hike, be prepared. It is not easy. I mean, maybe if you're a little acclimated to it, sure, but I'm building up on it. Yeah, that's Colorado over that way in the distance. So, all right, you guys, have a good one. Enjoy your weekend. And of course, Journey on a Journey is onwards. Take care, folks. See ya.